Hello Fortnite fans, my name is Missin, and in this video, I'll be dropping in a Dusty Divot 25 times. Yep, I'll be learning Dusty Divot and dropping in it 25 times to see if I can get better at the game. Dusty Divot is on the OG map and it's in the center of the map, so this one should be good. And is a fan favorite across all Fortniters that play this game, which I can see why. Anyway, enough of me yapping on. I just want to show you game number 1. So here we are, game number 1, the first game that will eventually lead up to 25 games. And we've already murdered one real person, at least I think so. Well, unfortunately, game number 1 doesn't last long. I decided to shoot his little C4s and that pretty much got me sniped right after. Game 2, I land on top of the little lookout tower here. I do this pretty often. No one really lands up there, they go for the little labs or the big ass building in the middle. Game 3, I got shield. It's the most valuable thing in Dusty Divot. To me, Dusty Divot is kind of like Salty Springs. You don't really get much time to loot. You come here to pick up a gun and start murdering people. I mean, the two are entirely different POIs, but you generally get the general idea of what I'm saying. I promise you, the games are gonna get better. We're just off to a rocky start. Okay, game 5. I actually lived for a little longer. No off-spawn death, but there's also no shield, which is a bigger issue. Seriously, I searched the entirety of Salty and did not find one shield potion at all. Well, that was until the gas station, Salty Springs, where I grabbed 2 shield pots. I could never been more grateful for a vending machine. Now, there's a person supplying up, and I'm gonna try and kill that person, because I have 0 kills. Went up there very sneakily. I didn't want this guy knowing I was coming. Didn't matter in the long run because the exact second where I got into a build fight with this guy, I pretty much got cooked instantly. No fight, man. There was absolutely nothing good about game 6. The 2 kills were just bots. Okay, game 7 is actually 7 minutes long, so I do make it out of Dusty. I mean, considering nobody did shoot me in Dusty other than like one bot, yeah, I was gonna make it out of Dusty. Went on down to Tilted Towers where I see some Sprite man trying to hide in there. Got into a fight near the No Sweat Building insurance place, and this guy was boxing up a lot. Like, oh my god. If we slowed the footage down here, you can see I hit 4 pellets on this guy and it does only 31 damage. That should have done more. I'll argue with the wall. That's one thing in OG that I hate, is that the guns don't feel consistent. How I've played, pumps don't feel consistent, or any shotgun don't feel consistent in their damage. ARs don't feel consistent with their aim or their consistency. The SMGs are one of the only guns in this mode I feel that are consistent in their damage and their aim. I mean, snipers are snipers, they're always consistent. I have no problem with the snipers in this mode. I don't like to make excuses, but I feel like I lost a lot of these games just because of the inconsistency of the guns. And I don't remember the guns feeling this way back when I played in Chapter 1. Like the actual Chapter 1. Whatever, they'll probably never fix the guns, but what they did fix was the storm circles, which I am really hyped for. Yep, I'll be really hyped to do a Paradise Palms 100 drops if I have the time to do it. I think it's time to pull the mask off and say that this video was supposed to be a 100 drops. Yeah, I wanted Dusty Divot to be a 100 drops, but with the timing of me moving and a lot of other stuff going on in my life, I kind of had to shorten it to a 25 drops, which, trust me, I didn't want to do it. But hey man, that's the way life goes. Sometimes you want to do something and it just doesn't happen. I got a feeling Game 10's gonna be pretty fantastic. I'm broke. I couldn't afford the Fantastic Four skins. They came out at this time when I was recording the video. In OG, you should not camp in a box. Someone will definitely have stinks and stink you to death. Stink bombs are a box fight's player's worst enemy. Trying to shoot a dude out of the sky, and I saw this guy had a sky base. And yeah, I kind of left him alone for a little bit. But I did give him a little warning shot later. Ramping up on this player, and he's down there. He's going to try and shoot me down. Thank God my pump hit for more than 100, because if it didn't, I would have been dead. Well, I didn't want to do this, but it must have been done. I'm sorry, little one. And my AR, please hit 1 shot, for the love of God. This was so fucking satisfying, bro. Nothing feels better than perfectly timing a C4 like that. I'm not kidding. The last shot of my burst hit this bar right in time, too. After healing, another player attacked me. It was a bot. There was nothing to show about it. I mean, seriously, who wants to see a bot kill? They're boring as fuck. Unless they're like the last player alive, maybe you could do something cool with it. Well, I won't be the last player alive because I got killed by Jarvis, Tony Stark's actual AI assistant. It's game 12, I guess we'll talk a little strategy for dropping Dusty Divot. If you are a newer player, land at the warehouses. You don't want to drop straight into the chaos of Dusty Divot, or else you'll pretty much just be asking for death. Plus, barely anyone goes to the warehouses. They all drop inside Dusty Divot, not on the warehouses. And then when you're ready, you can dive into the chaos of Dusty Divot, which I didn't really get to do this game. When you dive into that chaos, you'll pretty much be looted up more than anyone in Dusty Divot, and you'll pop off. And, you know, maybe I should have listened to my own advice, but I just wanted action. Game 14 was exactly 1 minute and 1 second long. That's why I didn't talk and didn't edit it that much. Maybe in one of these videos, I might just not edit a game at all. You know? Just raw gameplay. I know this is a bot kill, but I just want to show you how OP the OG drum gun was, man. Look at that. That's nasty. Yes, back in Chapter 1, I did spam the drum gun. Yes, back in Chapter 1, I was a spray and pay person. I was that annoying kid. I wasn't skilled at all in Chapter 1. Like, not even the slightest of bit. And, yeah, so I just relied on OP shit, which I never really should have done. If you were to tell 10, 11-year-old me that I'd be this skilled at the game at this age, I would have lost my mind and told you you were crazy. Little fun fact, I didn't get my first solo win until Chapter 2 Season 1. That's not a joke. Well, this guy didn't support his base pretty well, and he came crashing down, and I ended it with a pump shot. I don't think that guy was happy. 4-kill win, but at least majority of them were real people. Then the Dusty Divot, this guy had a gun when I only had clingers, and I pull a huge clutch off here. I missed that one, but then he gets into that other one and he dies, man. I did not think that was gonna work. Went down to the Divot and there was a huge build battle. I used impulses to get up high ground, which I didn't secure yet. Two guys abandoned the build battle, so I went to go on this building, but I got shot at pretty hard. I could have tried to run, but it was never going to work. Game 17, I had to go AFK for something, and a whole ass fight happened around me. It was pretty crazy. Right when I came back, this guy came in, and it was right when I came back. I've never panicked so fucking hard. So while I'm shooting here, right, the other guy comes sneaking in, and I'm just able, he gets out, right? And I'm just able to heal. He leaves me to heal, not knowing I'm on low HP. And then this other guy comes in. I shoot the rocket inside to kill him. He didn't expect that. Pick up his pump shotgun in a panic. And then this guy comes racing back over here because this guy must be low. And I end him. Then I ran over to Tilted where this guy hit me pretty hard. Just gotta get some better vision though, because I was able to just kill him while he was trying to crouch walk in there because he thought I was in there. This game's pretty sad because I was ramping up on this guy and I was actually feeling myself, but I went to pull out my rocket launcher and I didn't even click, but it still made it explode. Two really good headshots on this guy to end him. Two guys fighting in the lab and I'm able to get some bleed-through damage and kill this guy. You always think you're safe from a sniper, but in reality, you never are. Man, my pumps either just hit really hard or they shoot fucking Nerf bullets. I swear, 24 damage. Neo peasants! Might be a teaser for next video. And my shotgun, please hit more than 30 damage, for the love of God. Game 1, there's massive bombings all over the place. It's an active war zone. Run from me, boy. C4 is generally so busted in OG, I'm not kidding. I mean, C4 has always been busted, ever since its introduction. Met an Ice Spice near Salty Springs. I'm surprised people still use this skin. Used the Glorious Tack and got some blood-through damage and killed him. That is a interesting name. Hitting pressure near Storm, and I'm only on 69 HP. Black SMG, my beloved. Came in the circle and found another Dark Bomber. The fight dragged on for pretty long, to say the least. Also, I don't have any heals, which is a big disadvantage for me. Terrible decision, but I don't think I was going to win that fight from the beginning. Game 22, I saw a catalyst run through the tunnels, and I instantly hit her for a lot and finished her off with my suppressed pistol. A lot of fighting and a lot of explosives that almost killed me. Forgot to hit and stop recording, and well, I stayed in the lobby, and you get to see me get into game 23. Not kidding. I forgot to hit record this entire time. I got into the pre-game lobby too. Maybe I should have kept recording because game 23 was short. I make up for it in game 24, no need to worry. Stunk him up and he couldn't get out of his box. What a miserable way to die. Another person came over down the Dusty and we had a little skirmish. Was able to get that right hand peek on this person and killed them. Rode a shopping cart around for a quite decent amount of the match. That was until I ran into Salty where I had to take care of some of the locals. I don't like jetpacks, but in Fortnite OG they are pretty useful. A lot of people ran, but me and this guy was still skirmishing. Hit a hard clutch here. I should have been dead in this situation. Well, now it comes to the quest of finding shields and any sort of health in any sort of way, so I could survive the rest of this game. Ran into the barn, didn't see that guy in the hay until it was too late. Last game, and guess what? It's not good at all. And thus, with this 25 drops coming to an end, you might be wondering about how well I did and what my stats are, and I'll go over them right now. Across these 25 games, I had a total eliminations of 47. Under 50, I'm not sure if I like that. With an average of 2 kills per game. Rounded up, by the way. With a total placement of 927, with my average being 37 rounded down. I definitely could have done better in this video. We were just off to a rocky start in the first. But after all, I do appreciate you if you watch to the end. I greatly appreciate it. Maybe you could like and subscribe, you know. I definitely got more videos coming like this. And I'd be fond to share them with you. And with that, I'll send you off until the next video. Peace out.